Man with a ladder behind me. Hello and welcome to another vlog. It is Tuesday today and I'm actually going to go back in time and share with you the few days that have passed to get you up to this point where we are now. And yes, by the way, I am fringeless today. It's very unusual, but I'm going to be doing a lot of painting, so it's hair back, out the way today. It's quite early in the morning. Phoebe has just left for school, so it's about 8:30. I'm going to make another cup of tea. We finished painting the two biggest walls in the kitchen yesterday, and today I'm going to be finishing off all the rest of the painting in the kitchen. So this vlog for this week is really going to be very much about the finishing off of the kitchen. So by the end of this video, you should get a little bit of a reveal of how the new kitchen looks all finished with painted walls, the colours we've chosen, and I'll give you sort of a bit of a tour of all the bits and bobs. And I'm gonna insert some footage from the last few days to start this vlog, but I realised I hadn't really introduced the vlog. I just kind of launched straight into it, so I thought I'd come on to say hello and then we'll go back and see what's led us to this point now. We've bought a brand new larder cupboard, which you'll see us unwrapping. That gurgling is the dishwasher, which is currently doing its thing over there. And yeah, so I'm going to insert that now and then you will come back to this point. So you're going to go back in time a couple of days and then I'll see you again in a minute. Well, more like 10 minutes. I'm not sure how long. Here?
Yeah.
Ah. Good morning. Check out the fringe action this morning. I'm also filming on my iPhone, so the audio is going to be really terrible, and I'm in my car with the engine running and it's really hot, and there's a van parked next to me, which means any moment now there's going to be some builder come and wonder what I'm doing. It is Monday and I have just been to the Dulux Decorator Centre to pick up the paint colour of choice. I've finally made a choice about the neutral colour that we're going to have on most of the kitchen walls. So I've got that. I'm going to take it home and I'm going to start painting. And I'm going to take you along with me because we should, by the end of this vlog, have an almost finished looking kitchen. There's lots of updates to share with you. My sunglasses look absolutely massive on the screen, don't they? Thank goodness I finally made a choice. Okay. The hair is no better. Dan's about to drill something here. You done?
Nope, one more thing.
You done now?
Yeah.
He's just taking the screws for the radiator out of the wall. So we've got the paint. It's a trade paint from Dulux. It is this heavy, and it's not cheap. So I'm a bit annoyed that this was the colour that we eventually went for because it's the most expensive of all the colours. But it's the same one that we used in our bedroom. So we know we really like it as a neutral colour. It's kind of like a very warm, light, beigey grey, which is not a very sort of beautiful description, but that's what it is. I really, really like it. So we put up quite a few samples next to different things throughout the room and it looks good. So we're going to do the two big walls, the one behind me and the one just behind the camera, and that'll leave me, because Dan's on his lunch break, so he's going to help me do the two big walls because essentially they're the easiest bit because you just have to, you know, there's less bits to work around. So we're going to do that, and that'll leave me to do the rest of the fiddly bits by myself over the rest of the day and tomorrow. So I'm going to cover some stuff up and let's get started. Really weird angle, it's really high up. Bubble, bubble. Okay, so we've got the two big walls first coat done. So we've got to leave it for about 4 hours, and it's been about 3.5 hours. I have just finished clearing up from dinner. I made everyone dinner, which we had to eat in the living room because and I've also made some soup with leftovers from yesterday's roast dinner as well. I did that whilst I was cooking. And we're all cleaned up and we're going to go for a walk. We've got about another hour before we can get a second coat on, which we're probably going to do tonight because, you know, it's a light, the evenings are light at the moment, so we should be able to do that no problem, which will mean we can push all the furniture back into place tomorrow, and then I can do all the painting that has to be done on this wall and this wall and so on. And so we're going to go for a walk. So I am doing a little walking challenge with, this is really awkward, hang on, let me sit down. Now I can just put it down on the tripod. Oh, hang on. Oh, I can hear the ice cream van. Yes, I'm doing a walking challenge, paint all over me, with my friend. Funnily enough, the same friend who originally recommended the colour that we've just painted the walls. I've just realised that. Well, that's funny, isn't it? She recommended it when we were painting our bedroom. And yeah, I'm really glad she did, because I'm really pleased with how it's looking. I'm really glad we went for this colour. Yeah, so we were both saying we wanted to get out and move a bit more, and I love walking and I haven't been getting out as much as I usually would. So we've made a little pact for this week. To get out for half an hour every day, just to sort of motivate ourselves to get moving. So Dan said he's going to come with me, which is nice. So we're going to go out for just over half-hour walk. We've got a little circuit that we've worked out that we often do during lunch times. So it only takes half an hour, so we can both take a bit of a break and get outside. So I'm just going to put my trainers on and we're going to go and do that and come back and keep painting. We've just seen someone out for taking their dog for a walk with a glass of wine in their hands. We were quite impressed with their life philosophy. So now you're all caught up on what's been going on for the last few days. So while you've been watching that, I have been getting the first coat of paint onto the rest of the kitchen. So that's just going off and drying, and in about an hour's time I'm going to do the second coat, and I've got to finish off doing some of the painting above the cupboards, which is a completely different colour. It's green, but oh, it's just started raining. Hang on a minute, we've got washing out. One sec. Washing and chickens. Food. So that was fun. You would have probably just seen a bit of footage of me running about in the garden wearing Phoebe's sliders and my gym socks. Very attractive. Right, I'm now going to, this washing was dry, so I'm just going to fold it. My earphones have run out of charge, so they're having to charge before I can continue listening to my audiobook. I'm listening to an audiobook on something called NetGalley, which I don't really understand, and I've managed to get an audiobook that I can listen to in return for a review, and I'm really enjoying the book that I'm reading. It's The Curious Kidnapping of Nora W. by Kate Green, I think it is. That's the cover there, if you can see it. It's quite reflective. It's a really cute cover, and it's about a lady who's a 120-year-old Polish Jewish lady who's about to become the oldest living person in the world. And it's the lead up to her birthday when that will become the case. Or not her birthday, the day when she'll become officially the oldest living person in the world. And it's a story of her history and her relationship with her carer, Arifa, who is from Syria, who's fled the war in Syria. And they've both lost loved ones and lived through wars. And Nora, who's the main character, has been in a camp, survived the Holocaust, and it's also about her family, her descendants as well. So it's really interesting. It's an area of history. It's historical fiction, and it's an area of history I know nothing about. I'll have a little chat about books either at the end of this vlog or in the next one. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. More so than I'm enjoying folding socks. Terrifying.
Are they?
I feel like one wrong move and I'm going to go wrong. Oh, I can't. It keeps moving. This is stressful. Oh, I didn't expect this to be such a wet process. That big. No bubbles. It's now Sunday and I have a pretty much almost finished kitchen to show you. Oh, and there's a person in the kitchen upstairs. It's Phoebe going past. So it's time for the big finished reveal. Now there's still things to do, but I'll show you that. Let's flip the camera around and I'll show you. So here we are. So we've completely painted all the walls and the mirrors back up. We still have our bunting up from where we had our family weekend, our Himimpenyo weekend, so that's still there looking festive. We don't have anything on the wall here at the moment. We will have shelves or something here, so it's all looking very plain, and none of these things will sort of be here, but this is where they are for now. Same with the bits down there. And we've still got the rail to go up, like in the front room here. It follows through into the kitchen, but we had to take that off for the plastering. So that's got to go back up. And then underneath the rail, I'm probably going to be painting it the green colour, Tranquil Dawn from Dulux. This colour on the wall is Cloudy Heights from Dulux Trade Paint. You have to get it mixed at the Decorators Centre. And I love this colour. It's a wonderful, warm but bright neutral. Really, really love it. That's my phone. My kitchen's never this tidy. I'm really loving it. This is the main addition, not my flip-flops, but the new larder cupboard. So we did have a desk here, but we no longer have a desktop computer. We've all got laptops. So we just didn't need it. Dan doesn't work here when he works from home. He works up in the bedroom with a fold-out desk. And we've got this from Furniture Market. Stuff, we haven't sort of organised this yet at all, so it's just very much stuff that's been plonked in here until it finds its forever home. However, all of my cookbooks will be staying here, and Bob Ross. So every time I open this cupboard, he can give me a bit of sage advice.
You know me, I like there to be a big old tree right about there. Just give him a friend. Everybody needs a friend.
Thanks, Bob. Yeah, so that's really good. And then we've got all this space here. I'm probably going to move all our spices there. We've got space for wine. Yeah, really love this addition, and I'm probably going to have something on top of it, like either a globe or a neon sign. I'm not sure yet. And this is our little ottoman where we keep all of our outdoor shoes. Still got some decorating paraphernalia around here. Here's Dan.
General dog's body.
You are cluttering up my kitchen reveal.
Sorry.
Shoo. And here's the kitchen. So the floor is in. We went for luxury vinyl tiles. Yeah, LVT, luxury vinyl tiles. Yeah, I'm really pleased with it. It was really cheap actually from Topps Tiles. It's 150 quid for the whole lot, and we had tons left over which we're going to use in the shed, so that's good. Got our little shelf back up. I'm going to be changing these brackets because I don't like these brackets anymore, and we're going to have 2 shelves up here, but for now we've just got the one up for the plates. The new sink, we've got our height thing back up, so this is a plank of wood which we measure the kids' heights on. So we know that we can take it with us wherever we go. Got Burns Grace back up on the wall. Pause that if you want to read it. And I think my favourite thing is the fact that we had the windowsill redone and tiled. I love a tiled windowsill. It looks so nice when you've got a candle lit on it of an evening. I just love it so much. In fact, I think the tiles are my most favourite decision. They look so effective, but they are so inexpensive, and I just love them. I've got my lovely brand new tea towel that I've been saving to use when the kitchen's finished for my friend Charlotte, my Alice in Wonderland tea towel. I've got my Alice in Wonderland kitsch scales that my mum bought me for my birthday. We've got a new hob, which you've probably seen by now, a gas hob. We did have a range cooker. We've now got a 4-burner here, and we've got a eye level oven and grill here, which is already so much better than what we had. And dinner's in the slow cooker. We are having slow cooked pulled barbecue chicken with tacos. And the colour above the cupboards is the colour that's going to be on the wall that's now behind me underneath the rail, the Tranquil Dawn by Dulux. And my light was a bit of a total bargain from John Lewis. Apparently it was damaged, but it's not. So I got about 20 quid off of that. Kitchen is from Howdens, which is a trade thing. You have to get it through your builder. I think that's right. Still got to organise the drawers a bit, but this is another one of my favourite things, my hidden cutlery drawer. And these drawers just like fit a ton. I've got all of my pans in here, plus all the stuff, air fryer, the lids, the steamer, it all just gets swallowed up in here. I want to put a liner on the bottom just to make it so it's not so clattery. And we got the, oh, there's a fly on my cupboard, go away fly. We got the extra height cupboard, so we've got a whole extra space up here, which really makes use of our high ceilings. Something else we didn't have before is the extractor. So not only does it have a light, which is exciting, but it's got a carbon filter. It doesn't filter to the outside. We elected not to do that, but we've got the carbon filters there. All the mechanism is in there, but it's also quite a good place to, I might keep the tape measure up there rather than in the fruit bowl. What's your question?
Phoebe wants to go meet her friends down by Costcutter. Do you mind? And she's going to be down there till about 3-4 o'clock, and I'm not going to be here when she's due to come back.
That's fine.
I'm already late, I need to leave.
That's fine. Oh, but can you stay in touch, please?
Yeah. It's only
Have you got money for an ice cream or anything?
No.
Like, hang on a minute. Sorry about that. Just sorting out children with money so they can go and meet friends, and I think that's it. So yeah, really pleased. Oh, and I should say as well, just spotted it in the mirror, the big clock, which I absolutely loved, and I originally bought for the space above the cooker, but we now have a extractor van cupboard there instead. has now taken up residence on this wall. Oh, and I nearly forgot. One of my most favourite things. Let me stand on a chair. You would have seen me putting this up. I got some window film. I can't remember where I got it from. I will link the company underneath because I took the measurements and it was cut to fit and it came all rolled up with really good instructions, and it now stops us looking at the back of the wall through these windows at the top of the cupboard, and I could not be happier. They do all kinds of designs, so I went for the Edison light bulbs. How cool are they? I love them. And yes, there is paint on this window. That'll scrape off really easily. I just haven't got around to doing it yet. We're not doing window film here because I love looking through at my yellow light. So there we have it, midway through July. I think we started at the end of May and we're finally at a point now where I can say, apart from a few aesthetic things, we are completely finished with the kitchen. Thumbnail. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again, hopefully next week, probably with a little vlog from our trip to Scotland. Can't wait to share that with you. Lots of paddleboarding, lots of Loch Ness hopefully, and just lots of lovely Scottish adventures. I will see you again then. Bye.